Smarter, lighter, faster and greener, Audi's C8 Series A6 offers a beautifully conceived and expertly executed alternative for buyers in the full-sized executive sector currently considering saloon or estate versions of cars like BMW's 5 Series, Mercedes E-Class or Jaguar's XF. The use of front-wheel drive at the foot of the range still differentiates this contender from rivals like these, but Ingolstadt now claims a new level of dynamic parity in other regards. There's certainly no doubt that this 8th generation model has been thoroughly rejuvenated with mild hybrid engine technology, class-leading possibilities for driving autonomy, sophisticated media connectivity and cutting-edge cabin design. All delivered along with the kind of ownership and running costs that will play well in the practically minded fleet market. In short, if you're browsing in this segment, this A6 is, more than ever, a difficult car to ignore.
Previous A6 models have never particularly prioritised a dynamic driving experience, but this one offers a decent step forward in that respect, despite the fact that entry-level 4-cylinder models continue to buck the class trend by pushing power through the front wheels. Dynamically, that's a limiting factor, but with this C8 series model, Audi's engineers have worked around it by building in a stiffer MLB Evo chassis, a more sharply responding variable progressive steering rack, and a very effective optional adaptive damping system. Arguably, the most important changes made here, though, have taken place beneath the bonnet. Various engines are on offer, but our focus here is going to be on the 2 mainstream diesel power plants that this car was launched with. Both are fitted with Audi's latest MHEV mild hybrid technology. This uses a clever electrical system, a 12-volt setup on 4-cylinder models and a 48-volt system on the V6s. The result is an improvement in torque, power and throttle response, but of course the technology is chiefly there to boost efficiency. At cruising speeds, where the car can coast with the engine switched off, and in traffic, where the MHEV setup gives extended stop-start intervals. As a result, the 40 TDI 2-litre diesel front-driven saloon model we're trying here can manage 62.8 mpg on the combined cycle and 117 grams per kilometre of CO2. An improved version of Audi's Quattro 4-wheel drive system is optional on this 40 TDI variant, but it's standard if you can stretch to one of the V6 models. The primary one is the 286 PS 50 TDI diesel, but there's also a 340 PS 50 TFSI petrol derivative. At the V6 level in the range, you'll be offered the option of pillowy air suspension and a dynamic all-wheel steering package, which delivers greater cornering agility and parking manoeuvrability. Whatever your engine and driving setup choice, highway cruising in this A6 is impressively silent. And it's for this kind of driving that Audi offers the option of building in a package of so-called Level 3 autonomous driving tech. The traffic jam pilot system you can specify on this car only allows that facility on properly divided major roads at speeds of under 37 miles an hour, but in operation it's undeniably impressive, as are the associated parking pilot and garage pilot systems that will allow you to remotely park your car when you reach your destination. According to Audi's research clinics, A6 customers value understated exterior design above almost everything else, so they should feel right at home with the conservatively evolved looks of this C8 Series 8th generation contender. This is now a pretty sizable piece of sculpted executive segment German real estate, being nearly 5 metres long and the best part of 2 metres wide, yet standing only just over 1.4 metres high. Classically elegant? Well, maybe not, but it's certainly handsome and sophisticated, with shaping that the brand reckons references its Quattro genes. The Avant version is exactly the same length as this saloon, but is 10mm taller. Behind the wheel, the Vorsprung der Technik charisma of this car really gets into gear. There's a different, more technological ambience than you get with obvious rivals, but the interior still incorporates the required splash of luxury needed for a full-sized executive model of this status. You're going to need to like screens, because this completely redesigned cabin can incorporate no fewer than 3 of them, largely replacing all the many buttons and dials of the previous A6. The two you'll notice first power up as soon as the doors opened and dominate the upper and lower parts of the piano black trimmed centre stack. The gently curved upper display deals with the most important radio, media and telephone functions, while the lower 8.6-inch monitor is reserved for more comfort-orientated, mainly climate-related features. Both monitors interact with the optional 12.3-inch Audi Virtual Cockpit instrument binnacle screen you view through the three-spoke wheel. Let's move to the rear. Thanks to 21mm of extra interior length, a 6'3" passenger can comfortably sit behind a driver of the same size. Audi says that this time around, legroom back here has increased by 17mm, while headroom is up by 10mm. Out back, the boot is the same size as it was with the previous generation design, which means that it's pretty big. Raise the wide opening lid and you'll find 530 litres in all. If you need more room, the trunk can be extended by flipping forward standard split folding rear seats, a feature that costs extra on rival BMW and Mercedes models. The extra space this feature frees up may be enough to preclude some from having to consider the greater capacity of the Avant Estate version. And in summary, well, this C8 Series A6 meets the required brief and restores full credibility to an A6 model line that had previously become a rather forgotten choice in this sector. Yes, to really like it, you've still got to really like Audis, but if you do, you'll find it easier than ever to bond with this one. As some may still see this A6 as being a little remote compared to a status-conscious Mercedes, a proudly opulent BMW or a wood-panelled Jaguar. For others, though, that'll simply be part of this car's Vorsprung durch Technik appeal. Its design full of intelligent technologies created to make your life easier and save you time. Is that all that really matters? At the end of the kind of very long day this A6 has been designed for, you might well think so.